Well, hello everyone. How are we doing? I have no idea what day you're gonna see this on. It could be Tuesday, could be Wednesday, could be Thursday. Don't want to promise anything because the last time I did do that, it just so happened that I didn't end up posting on the day I said I was gonna post. So I'm just not gonna promise anything. But welcome to part 4 of the Tulum speed build. I actually saw a couple of comments saying that you guys were already waiting for this, so I'm sorry for the long wait, but I'm glad to be finally posting this part. Besides this one, we have one more left, and then we're going to be done with this series as well. I'm really glad that I actually went for a house that's not huge for once, so it's really nice to have a series that's not like 10 parts long. I mean, not that the chalet was 10 parts long, it was 9, but you know, it's still around the same. It was a lot. Like, honestly, let me tell you, just recording all of the voiceovers for the chalet, it took way too long, and I suppose I was just kind of bored of seeing me, like, build the same thing for, I don't know what, like 9 hours? No, I think it's less than that, but, you know, you still get the point. Like, it's a lot of time. So because I still need to edit my speed build footage as well, so it's not me just, you know, recording and stuff. I need to edit the speed build footage too. So it got a bit boring, not gonna lie, it got a bit boring. But I guess this house isn't as boring because, you know, it's not as big. Of course, 5 parts is still a lot, but it's not as much. In this part, you're not gonna see me do any of the really exciting rooms, I wanna say. I'll do the bedrooms, the 2 bedrooms, the guest bedrooms, a couple of bathrooms, and then the laundry room. And I think I'll start on the master as well, but it will really just be the custom chair and that's it. But yeah, while I'm at it, I should just probably get into what I'm doing and walk you guys through. So, as you can see, I'm working on the laundry room right now, which, by the way, made me think quite a lot, surprisingly. I don't know, it's just, I guess it was a small room, and they didn't really know what kind of a layout to go for. I mean, I'm glad that I figured it out in the end. I was really proud of that whole sink design, so I actually took a lot of info from Kim K. As a lot of you may know, she does have a very impressive master bathroom. And a lot of people like to say that the sink design is well questionable, but I like to say that I like it. I mean, I don't know, it's so unique that it actually is good. You know what I mean? I guess we all have different opinions, but I really did like that sink design, and I find it so modern. And when I was doing this, I just knew I had to do it. Of course, that is not like the most practical thing on earth, and neither is it, you know, in this house, but it's Bloxburg. Let's have fun for once, right? I think we should. I think we deserve to have fun. And I mean, it's functional, that's all that matters. Well, it technically wouldn't really be that functional in real life, but like I said, this is Bloxburg, so who cares? And I mean, in the end, I guess it just I just went with the flow, and it kind of came together. Really did, though. I like the baskets. I'm so glad we made those tiny little baskets. I wish we had them as items in the game, but I guess it's really not that hard to make custom ones either, so, you know, why am I complaining? Really, why am I complaining? And speaking of items, I'd like to see, maybe not items, but can I just say that I'm kind of excited for the next update? Like, I really want to see what kind of Halloween items we're going to get. And I really hope we're going to get new Christmas trees. You know, I really shouldn't be speaking about Christmas when it's still the start of September, which, oh my god, it's the start of September. But you know, it's never too early to talk about Christmas. I've already started planning my Christmas presents because why not, you know? If you can do things early, just do them. Who's holding you back? No one, exactly. But getting back to what I was saying, I really liked last year's Christmas items. Like, they were just so fun and so cool. Like, especially the new lights and how they were, like, flickering and stuff. And it was just so fun. And I really had a lot of fun building the Christmas Colonial. Like, it really made me motivated to build. And I do have to say that I've kind of lost motivation, but I feel like it's just because of some personal things that I've been going through. Maybe more like a busy schedule in general. It's really hard to just sit down and build for once. So I haven't done that in a while, and it's just I have other priorities to work on. For example, putting out videos or touring submissions. I know. Again, here comes irresponsible me, because I told you guys that I actually would be done recording, and touring all the submissions by now, which that has not happened yet. I still have like 2 left, I think. Free. And only then I'll be able to get down to editing. So, I will need to have it out by the end of next week. So you're gonna see it next week for sure. Just not sure when. But I'm not gonna promise, because I know myself, and I know that when I promise, I actually never get anything done. But then when I don't promise, it's when I do get things done. It's like a very weird cycle, but it just never seems to end. So we're just gonna have to go with it. I'm gonna tell you that most likely you're gonna see something. Not gonna promise, but if I say most likely, then it will happen. But if I promise, it won't. You see, it's a very tricky system, but it's a good thing to understand yourself, Okay, I honestly don't know what I'm even talking about, and I hope you guys understand what I'm saying, or, I hope that you think that I'm making sense, which I'm not, but it's not, like, that important, right? Yeah, I think so. But I'm actually moving on to the guest bedroom, which this is the first bedroom I did, and I remember actually being really happy with it. I don't know what it is with, like, modern bedrooms, but I find them so difficult to do. Because, I don't know, living rooms, kitchens, dining rooms, they're fairly easy. Bathrooms especially. Can I just tell you how easy it is for me to do a modern bathroom? Like, I don't know. Probably one of the easiest things for me to do is to make a modern bathroom. Maybe I'm just so used to making them. But, like, if I were to make I don't know, like a more traditional looking one, I feel like I'd be struggling. But if it's a modern one, I'll have no problem doing them. Okay, kind of just went off topic, but yeah, modern bedrooms, there's just something about them. I feel like the thing that really makes it hard for me is the fact that I need to keep the furniture low, if that makes any sense, because in other styles, you can, elevate the whole room a bit, but with modern bedrooms, you need to kind of keep all of the furniture close to the ground. It just makes sense that way, kind of, if you know what I mean. I hope you know what I mean. Probably. Most of you guys are probably into interior design and architecture as well, so you know exactly what I'm talking about. But it is a hard thing to do. For me especially, I don't know. But honestly, it really does depend just on the person, because I feel like different people struggle with different things. Like, for example, I struggle with bedrooms, and then there's people who struggle with kitchens, and then there's people who struggle with living rooms. I guess we all have different rooms, that we struggle on, that's normal. We're all good at different things, which is exactly what makes our society the way it is. Wow, look at me being so inspirational, whatever. No, really, I'm not, but, I hope you got the point. I hope you got what I was trying to say. But on a more sad note, I'm going to school tomorrow. I have classes. Okay, it's not the end of the world, and it could be worse. But I've been so used to not having to go to school early in the morning, and I really love this kind of routine so much. I feel like it would be horrible to get back into it. Like I said in the previous voiceover, if any of you actually listened to that, I actually had to come into school on Thursday and Friday, but I didn't really have any classes or anything. So it wasn't anything important, and I only had to stay for like less than 2 hours. So it really wasn't anything like big or anything. But tomorrow is when my classes actually start, which is very unfortunate, and I really don't want it to, but do I really have a choice? No, I don't. But I don't feel like I'm ready. But on the other hand, I feel like none of us are ready. It's just, we need to get into it, and we need to get used to the routine, and everything will be fine. I did read that your school year can get much easier if you just try romanticizing, your entire school year, like try to spend a lot of time in coffee shops studying, like try to go out a lot more and spend like less time in your room, and that can actually help you live a more exciting life, which makes sense, honestly. I mean, because it's just when you keep yourself busy, it actually is fun. Well, at least for me, like I have this very weird thing where I like to be busy, but then at one point I'll get tired of it, and that's exactly when I'll need to take like a short break, and then I can get back into the busy life again. I probably spoke about this before, but I feel like it doesn't hurt to mention it again, right? And right now, I feel like I'm in a mood to be busy, and honestly, I've been pretty busy this past weekend at least. My city is like celebrating the Capital Days, that's what we call it here. It happens every fall, and basically the entire like celebration is to welcome everyone back. So for example, if you spent your summer elsewhere and you just came back to the city for work and stuff. So basically to help you relax, you know, the government just holds this big event that lasts the entire weekend. And we have like different artists performing, and there's lots of different things to see and do. For example, you can go to like a laser show. And yeah, I kind of spent the entire weekend just going to these events and just having fun with friends and stuff. And honestly, it was really fun. And I feel like it's really important for your mental health to go out, because then you just kind of, you know, get the chance to get your mind off of things, and you also relax, and it's a very, I don't know, it's a very nice thing to do. For example, when I stay at home for too long, oh my god, I get into this lazy mood, which is the hardest thing to get out of, I kid you not. Like, if I spend at least 2 or 3 days doing absolutely nothing, I'll want to do that for the rest of my life, which is not right. Then it kind of affects my mental health, and it's just not healthy. So, I don't know. I guess it's different for everyone, but that's how it works for me. So I know how that like whole lazy feeling works. I just kind of don't want it to happen again. Which is exactly why I try to go out as much as I can. At least now. I haven't reached that point where I want to take rest. I mean, it's important to rest at least once a week, you know? But yeah. And I feel like this whole like rest and, you know, like socializing thing really depends on your like socially awkwardness percentage. I did not say that right at all. But basically what I wanted to say is it depends on how much of an extrovert or introvert you are. For example, I'd say that I am 60% extrovert and 40% introvert. So I love to go out and I love to socialize, but there are days when I just need to relax at home, not speak to anyone, just, I don't know, turn on a TV show, maybe even build. So usually my best building days are when I need to take rest, and all I do is just sit in Bloxburg for hours and build. And it really does help me relax, which is exactly why I love building, and I really don't want to stop doing it. Not anytime soon, at least. But while I was talking about all of this, I actually managed to finish the bed itself. I remember it taking me ages to figure out like what kind of pillows to do, and how I want to do the blankets, and how I want to do the blankets. Just, did I just repeat myself? I think I just did repeat myself. For your information, it is quite late, so if I don't make any sense, that is because, well, it's late. So, you know, just don't judge. It happens. Honestly, I realized that the best voiceovers are usually when it's late at night. It's just, I'm usually in a very social mood and I just want to talk, you know, even to my computer, because why not? Anyways, I felt really smart when I used these dressers, because you can use them even if you're like an adult in the game. They're technically like kids dressers, but like I said, you can just use them at any age, which is amazing. So glad that the devs did that. But they're like a really good way to save space, you know, because with this bedroom, I had almost no space. I wanted to fit a double bed in because it made sense. I mean, like a single bed, it just wouldn't really look right. And I kind of had like an image in my head of what it would look like with a double bed, and I just knew that I had to put one in. But that kind of left me with no space at the back, and I really was having a headache trying to figure out where I wanted to place the dresser. But then I just looked at the kids ones and I was like, oh, that could be an option. And it was actually a really good option. And I think I even used it upstairs as well. Like it's a really good way to save space. So if you have any issues with space in your builds in the future, feel free to use kids dressers because they're a really good solution. And now I'll be working on quite a boring bathroom. I guess bathrooms are just really boring for me because, like I said, they're easy to do, and rooms that are easy to do, they're usually the most boring ones. Let's be honest. I feel like I'm not the only one who thinks like that. I mean, I'd hope so. I hope you guys find bathrooms boring too. Okay, that was a very random thing to say. But it's better to hate on something together than do it alone. I feel like a lot of us can relate to that. But while I'm working on this very boring bathroom, I could tell you the story that happened today, which was kind of awkward, and I really shouldn't have done what I did, but when I'm socially awkward, I don't understand my social awkwardness, because sometimes it's there and then sometimes it disappears, and then when it does disappear, I'm confused because I thought that it was there. I'm telling you, it's very weird. But basically, I wanted to buy a black tie. It's a very simple thing, but it's also a must-have in your closet. Just, for I don't know, maybe formal events, or even for, not the formal ones. There are pretty nice fits that you could make with a black tie that wouldn't be formal. Not that it really matters, but I didn't have one. I had other ones, but I didn't have a black one, and I found that very weird because how can you not have probably one of the most basic ties? Anyway, so I went to the mall today to do some school shopping, and while I was there, I was just kind of I wasn't specifically looking for a black tie, but I just I took a peek and I found one. And okay, that was silly of me to not look at the price, but I just assumed that it would be, cheaper. And then I basically came up to the desk, I put down everything. I also grabbed this shirt, but doesn't really matter. But the cashier basically scanned the shirt first, and everything was fine because I knew how much it cost. So I was prepared to see the price. But what I wasn't prepared for was actually the price of the tie, and it was really expensive. And I really didn't need to buy a tie that's that expensive. But I was too shy to say that oh yeah, I don't really want this anymore. So I just bought it. And now I have a tie that I really didn't need, and it was unnecessary. And just why? Why am I like this? I hate that I'm socially awkward at times when I really can't be. You know what I mean? I really just couldn't look them in the eye, say oh yeah, sorry, I don't really want this. It just, I thought it would be too awkward. And I need to work on this. And I know it's a problem. But yeah, so now I have a tie that I really just didn't need, and really, well, I don't want to say I couldn't afford it, but it definitely would have been the thing that I would have bought if I knew the price. I definitely could have spent the money on better things. But it is what it is. I'll need to make the best of that tie now. Thankfully, it's something that I could, actually wear quite often, as weird as it sounds. So there's that. But I guess this was a fun little story to tell. I mean, in all honesty, it wasn't fun at all, but it's sometimes it's good to share things like that, I guess. I'll definitely check the price next time, so that this is definitely the thing that I learned from today's experience. But, you know, you live and learn. That's what they say, right? Pretty sure. And okay, I really want to bring this up before I go. Just want to leave this as the last topic of this voiceover. I am so scared for procrastination that it is such a hard word to pronounce for me, okay? Not the point. But I'm literally so scared of it this year because I feel like I'll have the busiest schedule yet, and I can just imagine how hard it will be, you know, to deal with procrastination while having a busy schedule, because if I don't get something done, then I'll be in trouble, and obviously I don't want to be in trouble, and I want to get things done, and I want to keep everything, you know, like running and stuff, and I just want to have my life together. But then there's procrastination, and it ruins everything, and I mean everything. I definitely spoke about this before. This is not the first voiceover, but it's just, I guess I'm scared of it every single school year because it happens every single time, and it never seems to go away. No, it's definitely something that you can work on. I need to find ways to do it. Or I really just need to sit down and tell myself to do the stuff that I need to do. And really, that should solve most of my problems. But when you really think about it, it's really not that easy. Like, I wish things were so easy that you could just tell yourself to do something and you do it. Okay, for some people it is that easy. Not for me, though. So, I don't know. We'll see how this year goes. I mean, okay, today has been going pretty well, I'd say. I only procrastinated for like 30 minutes, which could be more. But I need to get to a point where I don't procrastinate at all, because then I'd be able to put out videos a lot more, I'd be able to build a lot more, and I'd be able to do my work on time, and I wouldn't need to ruin my sleeping schedule and stay up till God knows when. There is one thing that I am kind of proud of myself of. Like, okay, you know, when people procrastinate, sometimes they don't get things done, but I feel like I get so desperate to finish the thing that I was procrastinating from that, like, I'll actually do it. Like, I'll procrastinate for hours, but there will be a point when I get things done. Like, yes, that kind of affects my sleeping schedule, but, you know, at least I get things done eventually. Like, it's not that I just procrastinate and never get it done. Like, I procrastinate, but I do get it done. You know what I'm trying to say? I feel like that's the positive. Like, I'll never go to sleep before I get the thing that I need done. But yeah, like I said, I am gonna try to change things this school year. And I feel like I'll keep you guys updated on how, you know, that whole thing is going. But I suppose we're just gonna have to wait and see. And on that note, I think it's my time to go. I'd love to stay for longer, but honestly, I don't want to stay up too long. I really want to get my beauty sleep before tomorrow. Like I said, it's my first day with classes, so I do want to have a fresh mind, if that makes any sense. Maybe I'll get to stay longer the next voiceover, but I really hope to see you there. And yeah, thank you for listening this far. Like I said, hope to see you in the next one, and take care. Bye!
I've got something for you, and I can hardly breathe. Something draws me to you, it's taking over me. Don't know where you came from, but you're cutting deep. When the music's over, will you come with me? Tell me you can feel it, though we're oceans apart. I've got love for you, I've got love for you, and I know this magic sparks inside who we are. I've got love for you, I've got love for you. I've got love for you. I've got love for I was hoping you could fix these broken seams, floating through the puzzles and the endless screens. Well, I've got something for you, and it's cutting deep. Now the music's over, will you come with me? Tell me you can feel it, though we're oceans apart. I've got love for you, I've got love for you. I know this magic sparks inside who we are. I've got love for you, I've got love for you. run from me? If I go, would you be happy here in the end? So is it all for nothing? Was it all for nothing? Those memories. Was it all for nothing? Was it all for nothing? So is it all for nothing? If I stay, would you run from me? If I go, would you be happy here in the end? So is it all for nothing? Was it all for nothing? Those memories. Was it all for nothing? Was it all for nothing? So is it all for nothing?
Hot mess up the east side. Heard about me, it's all lies. If you want good, change your mind, yeah. Don't want to intimidate, but more than just conversate. Don't want it to be too late, yeah. Know that I'm not usually your type. Darling, there's no need to be shy. See the curiosity in your eyes. Come a little closer, babe. I don't bite. other side, and it's something that I can't hide. Yeah, when I'm with you, I'm tongue-tied. I know you're not that dramatic, but I'm out of you. I'm an addict. I can't get enough, and I know that I'm not usually your type. Darling, there's no need to be shy. See the curiosity in your eyes. Come a little closer, babe. I don't bite. Before the party's over, won't you come a little closer?